Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. Yeah, you all, when I say that I've been on it, and I have, but today, that rabbit hole, I'm in it. And I'm finding, I'm discovering. And I'm down at the bottom of the rabbit hole now. I am. I put in several more claims today. And as a matter of fact, one of the 5 letter agencies, I'll just put it like that, contacted me, sent me an email. And I just submitted the claim today on the particular individual that's sitting in there in the corrupt crew, a part of the corrupt crew. Said they're going to go ahead and do investigation and inspection, and that they're going to inform me of the outcome. Sure did, by email. I have it on email. I've told some who's gone, my brothers and sisters who's gone from on up out of there. Also, one of the individuals that's a part of the corrupt crew, and I'll just give this description. He's short. This is not keyboard man. He's short. He been in there since what, 09, 08 he came in there. Actually, and he was single when he came in there for a long time. And he actually got engaged to a female who's in there now. She was single at the time too. And this is when we was over there at the raggedy ass dump of a building where they sitting in now. And a lot of y'all gone. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They got engaged and everything, and then he gets up there talking about, started calling her the female who's in there. She's still in there, putting the lie and then putting the rest of her name on it, calling her that lie. And I just put it like that. And they had met each other's family, some family members, their like immediate family had gone or whatever, because they are out of town members and everything. And they met each other though in that circus code. I want to, say that. And so, and everything, they got to, liking each other, and it's like, okay, we want to get married and everything. And so they went to each one's respective home state where they from, where they immediate family members live and everything. And so they met, each other's immediate family members, had even put a deposit down on a venue to where to have their reception, because they were going to get married in that raggedy ass dump of a building, which it just behooves me. I'm like, who want to get married in there with a leaking ceiling and moldy carpet from y'all remember when it flooded in there, and then also the one of the sprinkler systems was set off by that guy who was doing work in there, and then it was a whole big old mess with that. But anyhow, just raggedy in there. I don't get it, but anyway. And then they was going to have the reception at this venue. Well, venues like that and event halls and stuff, normally they have in the contract you sign that you don't get a refund if you decide not to have the event, whatever it is, in some just extenuating circumstances, they'll give, the money back, or like a percentage of the money, the deposit. But yeah, and he called it off. When I say he, I'm talking about that service co leader. Shitty one. Yeah, called it off, and no, y'all can't get married and all this and that. Well, anyhow, the one male that I'm talking about, with the trucking company, with the all these violations that I found. This is out online now. Like I said, this is all public information I found. This is nothing that's confidential that I've been coming on these videos with, and that's real. Anyhow, so the circus cult leader, there was a female. She actually was from Florida. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the one he married to now. And I'm talking about the male with the trucking company. She came on up from Florida, and with her, they were exes then. The ex-boyfriend came up there too because they were in another, I'll just say, Hebrew Israelite type of movement. I mean, I don't think it was a really religious organization. I mean, I don't know, but it was, teaching that out of that Bible, and it had similar belief system as this circus cult does. And so, well, anyhow, she moved on up, and I'll never forget, some of the males in there were helping, move on up. And I'm just gonna say this. This was towards the end of me being in there, and she moved up probably like about maybe 2-3. It was very close to the time that I was kicked out of there. And I'll never forget, because that circus cult leader stood up there and he made the announcement. It was on a Saturday. After Saturday service, we was all sitting out there in that dining hall in that raggedy ass dump of a building that they in now. And he made the announcement that, oh yeah, Sister So-and-so, the female coming up from Florida, is moving up on Sunday. And he was like saying, yeah, some of the brothers in here, gonna help her, move on, got a U-Haul and all this and that. And now the female I'm talking about from Florida, she was moving into the house of the female who's in there from Texas. I talked about on another video that had the daughter who's now grown. So they were in that house. Also, the singing sister, who I've talked about before on videos, the one who was a part of that singing group in there, in that circus cult, she was roommating in that same house. So I sat there and it came to my mind, and I said, oh my goodness, he's gonna get rid of the singing sister. It did. It came to my mind. Like I said, I'm the real deal. And some who listen to this understand, they have an understanding of what I say, that I'm the real deal. When I say that, when things come to me like that, yeah. And so I will never forget that. It was, like I said, fast forward, I got kicked out, and I'll never forget, I told Sister Keita, she'll remember this, I told her, I said, make sure you let the singing sister know that, I said, because I think that he's going to get rid of her. The service cult leader, I told Sister Keita that, I said, I think he's going to kick out the singing sister. Now, this is when I was already outside, and yes, Sister Keita, we was in communication, we sure were. And she was still in there. Sister Keita was still in there, because a service cult leader try to run and control folks or whatever. No, he can't even control his own leaky bowels. Probably standing up there with a doggone Depends on, because they don't have the big bulky diapers anymore. They have the briefs now for the men and the women. Look like briefs, underwear or panties, yeah, with the padding in them now, yeah. Shit. Anyway, so it was just so fast when it happened that Sister Keita didn't get a chance to tell her, because I told her, I said, you can tell her that if she does get kicked out, she can come and, and stay with me. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah. And of course I didn't have anybody living with me because single. And so I the other room, only thing I was using for the other room was a closet, for my clothing. Had to have additional space for that and shoes and stuff. And so anyhow, and I let her know that. And so it just happened so quick though, with them being kicked out. When I say them, I'm talking about the singing sister, and the singing brother, that night or whatever, that Sister Keita didn't have a chance to tell her before it happened. And so it all worked out because the singing sister, she contacted me that same night, and I was up, I was up, I was home, actually, and she contacted me, and she was like, yeah, I got kicked out, can I come, do you mind if I come live with you, just for a little bit, because they were I just say that. And so I told her, I said, yeah, come on. I said, I already told Sis Kim. I was like, I already, said that I felt that he was going to kick you out. Talking about that service co-leader. But anyhow, so that happened. It all worked out and everything. Well, anyhow, getting back to it with this female that came back up, that moved up from Florida. So she in there or whatever, and I just tell you how much of a cesspool it is, because it ties into all of that. Well, come to find out, this is, after I've been out of there. Like I said, March 12, 2016 was my last service, and it was on a Saturday, and I got kicked out. But anyhow, a few years later, a few years later, the female from Florida, she in there having sex with not only the guy who was her ex-boyfriend when they came up, and y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, sleeping around with him in there. It all came out. But she was also having sex with another male who's in there, who's single, and he's still right in there with them, having sex with him. All that came out about now this female now coming up from Florida now. Like I said, he got all that going on up in there, that sexual immorality. And like I said, yeah, I'm putting on these videos. You sit up here and you run your mouth about us, the ones that's gone, and the ones sitting in there, the males and females laugh at us and everything. No, I'm putting you on blast too. You laugh, and majority of what he get up there and say are lies about us, the ones that's gone. Making little jokes or lying. Just like I busted that up about Sister Keita and her health condition. I mean, she got her medical records. What? She proved. Yeah, I mean, she showed you medication bottle with the date on it and everything. How's she gonna get prescription medication for anti-seizure medication if it's not being prescribed by a medical doctor? She doesn't have seizures. Who doing that? Well, anyhow, like I said, I'm putting it all on blast. I don't care. And so, anyhow, now this is after all this went on. He gonna sit up here and marry the male who I'm talking about with the trucking, with all these violations and everything. Gonna marry them too. So he got a whore too. And you sitting up here and you in here with these males that done been who with your wife. They done had sex with her. Now, two. Now, I get it. The one, her ex-boyfriend before, but they had sex even after they got up in there and were baptized members. And then she had sex with an additional male, single male in there now. After that. And you flying around up in there. Like I said, Calvin was right, cesspool. Nothing but a shithole. The truth. Anyhow, he got all kind of violations on with his trucking company. Like I said, you can get online. All this is public information. Show is. Keyboard man, Tiny Tim, you in trouble. I've been saying that. I connected all the dots. Divine Spirit, my ancestors gave it to me today. Baby, I've been putting in claims today. I hope be finished with these claims tomorrow. I don't know if I will, but I should be finished with them. But FBI coming. You done committed insurance fraud, and a lot of y'all members in there who sat up here and y'all went through that company. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Y'all in trouble. Folks coming to talk to y'all. Folks coming to talk to y'all. I named all of y'all. Information out there. Y'all names out there online. This is not confidential information that I'm putting out. FBI coming. Insurance fraud. National Insurance Crime Bureau NICB, yep. FBI, because of wire fraud and also insurance fraud, yep. Georgia National Bar Association for what? Legal services, yep. Anybody in there who sat up here was a notary, notarized that stuff, and you knew that it was fraudulent and everything? Oh yeah. I mean that. I do mean that. Y'all names on it. Like I said, you fucked with a chosen one in me, with me. Like I said, and I already explained what chosen one mean. Divine Spirit has anointed me with the soul. See, I'm not playing. It's all out there. It's all out. I just sent it to some of the brothers and sisters who's no longer there. They just got it. I sent that information on to them. What I'm talking about. I ain't lying about nothing with mine. I'm real about mine. I'm real. And I'm the real deal too. I sure am. What? We gonna see what it's gonna be. I mean that. I do mean that. Yeah. And y'all sitting up here and y'all got these businesses with these other folks that's out here, outside. When y'all start sitting up here having offices on y'all businesses, not even members in there. Huh? Didn't he teach against that? Didn't he get up there and say that? And I'm not even talking about teacher. Didn't he get up there and say that shit out of his mouth about that? Against it? Yeah. Sure enough. Doug, I'm in it, y'all. Like I said, I'm at the bottom of the rabbit hole. Took me a little bit, kept on digging. I'm at the bottom of it. Nothing you can do about this. How you gonna squirm your way out of this and y'all sitting in there? See, you think you're safe. That's not a safe haven in there. That's not a refuge in there. Not at all. It's a cesspool. Y'all a den of thieves up in there. What that character do? And when I say character, I'm talking about in that Bible. When it said the den of thieves in the temple, what he do? Started thrashing them. Didn't I say I was coming through with my sword? Did I not say that I'm a warrior and my sword's gonna be these 3, 4, and 5 letter agencies? Yeah. And possibly this law firm they pick up, one of them pick up this class action lawsuit case. I told you that. Like I said, it's a win-win situation. Whether we get this, a law firm to pick up this class action lawsuit case or not, we got all this. All this. You're not getting out of this. I mean that. You not. Guy had addresses, phone numbers, everything. Georgia registration, numbers, all that. On the documents. Sure enough, my hands clean. My hands are clean. And I'm going to say this. For anybody who's sitting there thinking I'm holding on to anger, holding on to hurt. No, I'm not. I just told you in another video, I've been saying a couple times, I'm healed. I'm only reporting a criminal or criminals, criminal activity. And like I said, the only ones who sit up here and they trying to say something about it, who's gone up out of there, and I'm talking about them ones who's gone from up out of there. That's no longer in there. Anybody sitting up here and saying anything against it. Are your hands clean? Is that why you sitting up here and like, oh, why she doing this? Your hands dirty? Did you do some dirt when you was in there? Yeah, I'm real about mine. I go ahead and just ask you because it shouldn't affect you at all. You should be applauding me. You should say, wow, she sat up here and is reporting criminal activity. She's reporting crime, fraudulent activity. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't sit here and be like, oh, well, she holding on and all this and that. Even if I was and I'm not, that's none of your business. That's none of your concern. So again, if you sit up here and think it's negative, this is not negative at all. And I'm going to say that because, me and Sister Keita, we were talking about that. And, some people won't say, oh, saying somebody enemy for life, it puts somebody having control over you. No, yeah, if you're not healed. And like I said, I can only speak for myself. If you're healed, like I said, and yeah, that circus code leader, he's an enemy to me for life. He's public enemy number one to me for life. I mean that. And I'm healed. I'm healed from what I went through in there. What I mean by that, I'm anything that come through, anything I hear about criminal activity, any type of abuse going on with them children, and I hear about it, I get wind of it, I'm on it like that. This is with the criminal activity, on it like that, fraudulent activity, on it like that. I'm putting in the claims. That's like me sitting here and saying that somebody who had one of their loved ones murdered, and they have feelings about the murderer. And I'm running my mouth, and I've never experienced that. And I hope I never will ever have to experience anything like that. But yeah, keep your mouth off folks. Especially you never experienced a narcissistic personality disorder individual and all the trauma that we went through. And then, like I said, everybody, and then even for those who have not healed, everybody has their own healing process and the amount of time it takes to heal from a traumatic experience. You can't put a time limit on somebody's healing of what didn't happen to them. Like I said, that brother who from Philadelphia, he still hasn't mourned his mother, the loss of his mother transitioning. His mother passing, and his mother passed back in 2021. This has not been recent. 2021, his mother transitioned. He didn't get out of that circus code, left on his own until September of 2022. So even being in there, he hadn't mourned, and he's still been out there almost a year, has still not mourned his mother, still has not shed tears. He blames himself. Because the inheritance came from his mother. His mother gave him his inheritance early because he was coerced and manipulated by that circus cult leader, Shitty One. Just all because he had dollar signs in his eyes when he looked at that brother from Philadelphia. Yeah. His mother, like he said, she passed away in a nursing home when she should have passed away in probably like a mansion. I mean, because they were multimillionaires. I mean, over $3 million. And this is including his inheritance. Lost, gone. Yeah. She passed away in a raggedy, low down nursing home. Now, am I sitting up here saying that all nursing homes no, I'm talking about with her way of life, her lifestyle. With that type of money, with that type of property value, she should have been in some plush place, even if they had to put her in, assisted living. And I'm talking about those high-end ones. That's what I'm talking about. Private duty care nurse. They have that type of money to provide her with that if this circus cult leader had not coerced and manipulated this brother from Philadelphia out of his inheritance. He's got children. Yeah, they're grown. Yeah, up and grown. Talking about the brother from Philadelphia. He has no inheritance to leave them. It's a situation going on with that, and I'm not going to go into all of that. But yeah, that brother confided in me. I've had brothers and sisters sending me emails confiding in me for this with the class action lawsuit. Wanting, telling me different things. I was on the phone with this particular brother, the one from Philadelphia, Like I said, for almost 3 hours listening to him. And you mean to tell me somebody gonna sit up here and, like I said, I'm talking to the ones who's gone now. Any of them, any brother, any of you, you know, that's gonna say, well, why is she doing that? Like I said, well, why you all up in arms of, oh, I don't want to hear anything or whatever. I haven't contacted anybody. Only one I talk to like that is Sister Keita. I've had ones contact me and then I replied to their contact. And I'm not talking about though. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And ones who read them, go ahead and read in between the lines. But yeah. Why? Was you was sitting in there, you was in all clicked up with him? Did you do some dirty stuff? Some criminal activity? And then they call your name when they sit up here and have to go before? Because they not going to call my name. When I say they, I'm talking about in that service code for me doing any criminal activity. When I was assistant secretary, when I wasn't assistant secretary, just a member, none of that. I was never clicked up with that service code leader like that. I never sat back and laughed and talked and joked about brothers and sisters in there. No, I didn't with him. No, I did not. He's telling a fucking lie if he say I did. No, I didn't. Because like I said, I carried myself in a professional manner. See, I'm getting on down to it. I'm real about it. But can you say that? Can you say that when, you know, you wasn't back there laughing? Can you say you wasn't sitting back there laughing about, you know, your own, you sitting up here and coming in there being fake and greeting them, smiling up in their face, your so-called brothers and sisters in here, in that circus code? But you was clicked up and yoked up with him and you joking about and laughing about your fellow quote-unquote brothers and sisters? But you smiling up in their face, being fake with them? Yeah, it goes real deep. Like I said, I'm not stupid. I know why some won't join in. Like I said, if you any of them did any nefarious criminal activity and your name come up, that's you. Like I said, my hands clean. Why would I be sitting here putting in all these claims and stuff? My hands dirty. I was in there doing some nefarious criminal activity or knew about it. Knew deep about it. That's what I'm saying. Deep. Knew. Seen my own 2 eyes. I knew, heard it, all that. Yeah. No, they don't have anything on me. That's why he won't address what I'm saying on these videos. And I know he's watching them. I know he's watching these videos. I know he is. I know that his corrupt crew in there watching him. Sure do. Now, he may sit there try to make some little jokes about me and talk about me and laugh about me off camera. But no, you sit here and what I want that service code leader to do is, like I said, you get all of your members who's in there and you grab them in there in that sanctuary, and the ones who's not, put it on, go ahead and put it on recorder. But go ahead and bring out that phone and so they can hear it. You ain't got to put it on live streaming. Put it up on that doggone up there on that screen. As a matter of fact, you can put it on live streaming. You blasted us on live streaming for no reason because we gone on up out there, kicked us out and everything. I go back there to 2019 when wasn't nobody bothering or making any videos. Everybody here went on about their business and everything. Came on out blasting on us. 2019, none of us had been sitting up here saying anything against him or nothing. No, none of us who was gone from up out of there. And I'll never forget that. I will never forget it. And I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, what? Yeah, you sure did. You stood right up there. So you do this on live streaming. You go through my videos on live streaming. Get all your members together. Make sure and tell the out-of-town members that they on live streaming. And you go through and you address everything what I sit up here and I'm talking about and these claims I done put in. Because I have the documentation. They not going to sit up here, these 3, 4, 5 letter folks. They not going to do an investigation and everything. If not what you put in there is not lining up. Being correct, accurate, and like I said, I'm detailed with mine. Detailed with my information. Yeah. Like I said, you can't fuck with me. I'm unfuckwithable because of divine spirit and my ancestors. And like I said, gonna sit around and we gonna whoop your ass and that corrupt crew's ass up in there. And it's gonna be through these 3, 4, and 5 letter agencies. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. I'll be back with another video, but until that time, I'm signing out.